Okay, here are answers to our practice test for Chapter 1. Where did that go? Ah, yes. Okay. So looking at question number 1, this is an evaluate question. So it says evaluate the expression, and we're going to just substitute in the x equals 4 and multiply and end up with 138. Question 2, same thing, evaluate the expression. This time we have a fraction. So fraction times a fraction, this is, so it looks like I have cross-cancelled. So this is divisible by 3, this is divisible by 3, simplifying it, and then I'm going to multiply the numerators and the denominators to end up with 3/10. Question 3, evaluate the power. This is 5 to the 4th power, so 5 times itself 4 times. 5 times 5 is 25, and 25 times 25 is 625. Again, you may use a calculator, so I strongly recommend you bring a calculator to the test. Yeah, it will be helpful. Question 4, 1 to the 7th power, 1 times itself, 7 times. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 for any number of 1s will be simply 1. Question 5, we have 1/2 to the 5th. So I kind of recommend you write it out like this, as long as it's not too excessive, but writing it out like this will sort of give you the picture of, oh yeah, it's just 1 times itself, giving 1, and then you can sort of count it out. 2 times 2 is 4, 8, 16, 32, so it's 1 over 32. Question 6, you can convert temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius by using the expression. So we have used that formula, and we're supposed to convert 35 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So I have plugged 35 degrees in for C, and I am now going to evaluate. I think that I again cross-canceled to make it easier on myself. Divide by 5, and then 9 times 7 gives us 63, plus 32 is 95 degrees. Okay, Fahrenheit, so that would be a warm day for sure. That's it for page 1. Let us move on. Alright, question number 7. So for 7 and 8 we are evaluating the expression. We've done some problems of the day like this. It's like a PEMDAS, order of operations. So we're going to do what's in parentheses first. 4 minus 2 is 2. And then between the division and subtraction, we're going to do the division first. 16 divided by 2 is 8, and 8 minus 3 is 5. My recommendation to you when you go through these is to, well, focus on what you're doing. Okay, I know that a lot of students really kind of know how to do this, but make simple mistakes or careless mistakes. So try to stay focused and pay attention to details. Question 8 looks like this. So we go way inside, okay, inside the parentheses. And inside the parentheses, we're going to deal with the exponent first. So 2 to the 3rd is 8. And then we're doing what's inside the parentheses before we deal with this, okay. 8 minus 6 is 2. Excuse me. So we have 2 to the 2nd power. And again, we're inside these aren't parentheses, these are actually brackets, but they do the same thing. So inside, we're going to do the exponent first before we do this subtraction. 2 to the 2nd power is 4. Then we can subtract 15 minus 4 is 11, and then it's a simple multiplication. 3 times 11 is 33. Question 9. So evaluate the expression for the given values of the variables. So we're supposed to substitute in. And 3 times 5 minus 4, so I plugged in 5 for m and 4 for n. 15 minus 4 is 11. Question 10, we are substituting in u is 3 and v is 7. So u is 3 and v is 7. Notice how it's only the u that is being squared. It's not all of the 2u being squared. So I am going to square the 3 to give me 9 before multiplying by the 2. That is important. 2 times 9 is 18. We add 7, 25. Alrighty, number 11. 11, this was a cool word problem. I think we'll do a project like this where we cut squares out of the corners of a rectangle to make a little box and measure the volume. But basically, volume for so here's a rectangular solid, okay? The volume is the length times the width times the height. And again, volume is a measure of space inside. Okay, so the space inside of an object such as a box. So here's our expression for volume, and what we're doing is we're taking x equals 3 and substituting it in everywhere there is an x. So that's where this came from, and this came from, and this came from. Then it's a matter of order of operations, doing what's inside parentheses, and so on. So what is in parentheses is we have subtraction and we have multiplication. We're going to do the multiplication first. Similarly, subtraction and multiplication, and we're going to do the multiplication first. Then inside parentheses, we do the subtraction. 10 minus 6 is 4, and 15 minus 6 is 9. Multiply, so this is like length times width times height. Well, that's probably this one's the height, but anyway. And 3 times 4 times 9 should give us 108. Check out the units there, inches cubed, right? And this is because of the volume, where we had a length times a width times a height. 3 things being multiplied, or 3 dimensions being multiplied, would give us a value for units of cubed to the 3rd power. Okay. 12, let's see, I think this is right. Write an algebraic expression or equation or an inequality. So we're going from words into letters and numbers. So the key word here, I think, was quotient. Quotient indicating division. And then we had a number squared. So it's t squared over 14. For 13, amount you can earn if you make $6.5 an hour for 8 hours. So amount you can earn. So look at what I wrote here for the units. We have $6.5 per hour. So if you write out dollars per hour and then times hours, so this is the amount you make, okay, times the time you work, and what that is going to give you is the amount that you earn. Notice how the hours would cancel out, leaving us with units of dollars, which is amount we earn. So that's an expression for the amount we earn. That's how much you earn, your wage or your salary times the time that you work. Question 14 reads, the product of 6. So the product of 6 and the quantity of 2 more than a number is at least 45. So when something is at least 45, it could be 45 or 46 or 47 or 48, but it could not be 44. Okay, something is at least. So we have this line here where it has to be 45 or more. That's how we end up with this. All this stuff, this quantity is at least 45, so it's greater than or equal to 45. Okay, so it's a little tricky, but we have done a couple of these, at least. All right. 15, the sum of 4 and the quotient of a number k and 9 is 12. Okay, so the sum of, we're adding these two things together. The quotient of a number k and 9 is 12. All right, moving on to the second page of the practice test. So 16 says, check whether the given number is a solution of the equation or the inequality. So this is where we substitute in to check. You know what? We're going to pause here and put the second half on video 2. Thank you for watching.